Hello everyone, this is Hero here. Welcome to another King of Fighters 98 Auto Match Online. Okay, today's video topic, okay, and it's been quite some time since I last did a video like this. Okay, so today's topic we are going to touch on a new character introduction. Okay, today will be a character introduction video. Okay, I'm sure with me saying this, I'm sure you guys will have already guessed what character I will be talking about. Okay, today we will be talking about Kula. Okay, Kula is about to be released for the global server because the developers has already patched in her character card into the list of fighters. Okay, so with that, let us go into proper character introduction for Kula. Okay, Kula, she is an API 14 fighter. Okay, API 14 fighter, meaning to say she is a boss character. Okay, her role, she is a gang fighter. Okay, she is gank. So if you watch my Orochi character introduction video, okay, I have mentioned before, gang fighters, okay, normally they have some form of control, skill, okay, that comes with them, okay, that comes with the fighter. Okay, so Kula is no exception, but she is a little bit better compared to most of the gang fighters that you can that's currently in the game right now. Okay, so let's look at her details. Okay, her stats are all very average. Okay, gang fighters normally their stats are all quite average. Okay, the only stats that is a little bit higher is her anti-crit stats. Okay, 24.4%. Okay, meaning to say, chances of her getting critical is not getting hit by critical is not that high. Okay, it's lower. Okay, later we will go through the skills, then you guys will understand why this is so. Her feature, okay, the developers has given her the feature rounded control fighter. Okay, rounded means she is an all-rounder. Okay, why she's an all-rounder? Okay, from her skill, later you guys will understand why. Let's look at her fates. First fate, new century team. You need to own Kula, Angel, and Foxy. At the moment right now, Foxy is not even out for the global for the Asia server, I mean. Okay, so if you get these three fighters, attack plus 25%. Initial K, you need to own Kula, Kyo, King, e.g. Kizaragi. Okay, for these guys, attack plus 25%. A, B, C, D, E, you need to own Kula, Yuri, Athena, Mai, Mary. Okay, HP increases by 25%. I think for this fate, why they call it A, B, C, D, E, I think it's based on their characters. Yeah, you know what size, okay, from A to all the way to E. Okay, so her final three fates, okay, Resurrection Core, you need her weapon, okay, followed by Beauty Badge and Mana Tome. Okay, let us look at her passive first. Her passive here, okay, states 15%, okay, or 30% at the most. Probability to decrease 80% damage received. Okay, 17.7%. Okay, currently at level 19 only. Okay, this because I didn't really train Kula. Okay, probability to reduce direct damage received, which means that at level 19 as about 17.7%, she has a chance to block the damage. Basically, this is her blocking skill. Okay, if she blocks, there's a chance, okay, the damage taken will be there will be a decrease. There'll be a decrease of 80% damage received. Okay, so this chance of blocking can go up to 30% at the most. Okay, so take note of this passive. Meaning to say that Kula can be a viable tank if you put her at the front. Okay, just to take note. Okay, her skill. Okay, her skill, Diamond Breath. Release anti-K factor, okay, to freeze water in air to strike a column of enemies, reducing target 75% HP healing and 25% chance to silence. Okay, let me touch on a bit more on this skill. Basically, okay, why they call this skill anti-K factor? Because I think in the lore, Kula was created to counter K. Okay, so that's why they call it anti-K factor here. Okay, so basically this skill strikes a column of enemy, okay, which means 2 enemies front and back. Okay, after striking, the 2 targets, okay, front and back targets, will get a reduction of 75% HP healing, which means that whatever healing they get after this debuff is on them is only a 25% healing. Okay, which means that their healing effect, if they get healed, there's a decrement of 75% reduction. Okay, and 25% chance to silence those 2 fighters. Okay, 25% chance is actually quite an okay number. Sometimes, of course, don't expect her to always silence, but sometimes she will silence 1 guy, or sometimes she will silence both guys, 2 guys. Okay. Her ultimate, okay, this is without the weapon. Okay, freeze execution without her weapon. Uses ice field to strike enemy. The fewer the enemy fighters, the more the damage, 100% max. Okay, randomly decrease 3 enemies 60% critical power and 30% chance to freeze 2 of them. Enhance all ability after awakening. Okay, let me explain a bit. Her ultimate, if there are less, okay, number 1, her ultimate basically hits the whole screen, hits everyone. Okay, all of your opponent's fighters. Okay, the lesser the enemy fighters they are, okay, the more damage this ultimate does. Okay, maximum, this ultimate can go up to 100% more damage. Okay, then randomly decrease 3 enemies 60% power, which means that let's say you're in an arena 6v6, out of 6 enemies, 3 of them will get this debuff, 60% crit power. Even though they do critical damage, it's only a 60% strength. Okay, with 30% chance to freeze any of your 2 opponent fighters. 30% chance. Sometimes she'll freeze 1 guy, sometimes she'll freeze 2 guys, sometimes she doesn't freeze any guys also at all. Okay, so with her weapon, okay, what are the changes? Okay, the changes is, instead of randomly decrease 3 enemies 60% crit power, with her weapon, it will become 4 enemies. Okay, 4 enemies and 70% critical power. I repeat again, with her weapon, 3 enemies, decrease 4 enemies, I mean, okay, decrease 4 enemies and 70% reduction of critical power. Okay, the second part is 40% chance to freeze 2 of them. So with weapon, from 30% will become 40% chance to freeze 2 of your opponent's fighters. Okay, so with a weapon, her rate of controlling goes up even higher. Okay, remember, if you pair up Kula with Orochi, okay, if you pair up Kula with Orochi, okay, all this will have an increment, okay, even higher. Okay, so her fight soul, she is a wild tiger. She is a white tiger soul. Very special soul, white tiger. Okay, let's look at the soul details. Increase initial rage by 265. Okay. Also restore rage for every attack received. Okay. So what does this mean? Okay. If you guys read carefully, okay, increase initial rage. Okay, what is this? This is actually the characteristic of a wild bear soul fighter. Wild bear soul, the higher the level this soul, the soul is, okay, the more initial rage when they first start, they will have. If it's max level, then of course first round they can use ultimate. So because of this, Kula, if you level up her white tiger soul high enough, at the start of the round, she can ultimate immediately. Okay. The second part, restore rage for every attack received. What soul is this? Okay, do you guys know? This is a tortoise soul. Tortoise soul, remember, every time the tortoise soul fighter gets hit, they will gain back rage. Okay, then they can ultimate more often. So this is why Kula is such a all-rounded fighter, because she can ultimate at the first round, she can do damage, she can control, and she can tank. Because of this soul, okay, you put her at the front. When she tanks, she has a chance to block with her passive, and when she gets hit, she will get rage, okay, for every attack received. Okay, so this is, so I'm sure by now you guys will have known why she's considered a rounded control fighter. Okay, so what's next? Okay, gates has just been opened recently for Asia server. Okay, in my previous few fighters, my few character introduction, I didn't feature any of the gates because the gates feature was not out yet for the Asia server. But right now it's already out. I will touch on the current gates that's available for Kula. Okay, Kula right now, okay, there's only 4 different gates that's open. 4 gates. Okay, we will touch on the important one, which is the lake element gates, and the thunder element gates. The lake element gates is basically is an improvement of a current passive skill. Okay, look at this. Self anti-burn effect. This first point alone is already very good. It's already a very huge boost to her passive. Why? Okay, reason being very simple. Because of this, okay, fighters like Orochi next kill, the burns, when they hit her, she's not affected by their burns, which means to say she's not affected by soul burning effects. Her rage will not go down. Okay, this is why just this point alone is already a huge plus point for her. The second part, decrease enemies flame fighters 20% rage restore speed with probability to decrease 85% direct damage received. Okay, so with this with the second point here, you guys can already tell she is an anti-flame fighter. Okay, 20%. Okay, if her 20%, which means to say that all flame fighters on the field, okay, there's a 20% rage decrement, okay, mean to say all flame fighters on the field that is fighting against Kula, okay, their rage restore speed, there's a 20% decrement, okay, which means that when they restore their rage is slower, and there's a probability to decrease 85% chance of direct damage received. This is, I think, it's not only this. I think this doesn't affect flame fighters only. It affects everything. Okay, everything. Okay, and on top of that, the probability of her blocking has increased. So if she managed to block, okay, there's a chance the block damage, okay, there will be 85% chance. There will be a blockage of 85% that direct damage received. So she will take very little damage and she will become even more tankier. Okay, so this is Kula's leg element passive. Let us look at her skill. Okay, Thunder element, max diamond breath, release anti-K factor to freeze water in air to strike a column enemy. Same thing, strike the first and second guy, one column. Reducing target 75% HP healing, same thing. 25% chance to silence, same thing. Nothing much has changed. Okay, but the second part is here. Increase own 50% reflection. Okay, which means to say if she gets hit, she can actually does a reflect damage of 50%. Okay, when K is in battle, either your own K or enemy's K, she will get another increased 50% control, which means that she has another 50% chance to control your opponent. Okay, this is why it's good if you are training K and you get Kula, you put both of them together with their gates unlocked. They are both of them will become very powerful. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand the current gates right now. Okay, so let's go back to the overall question. Is Kula a good fighter to get? Is she a must-have fighter? Like I said, okay, and like what I've discussed and explained all her skill just now to you guys, she is a very all-rounded fighter, and because of that, she can fit in any team. She can fit in your 4 souls formation. She can fit in the Wild Bear Souls formation because she can ultimate at the first round. She can fit in your Tiger Genesis formation. She can fit in even your female team formation. Kula is that versatile. Okay, in a 4 souls formation, you can have her in your team and put her and let her fulfill the Tiger Soul requirement because she's a white Tiger Soul. Okay, in a female team, you can put her at the front so that she can tank for you. In a 4 souls formation, you can also put her at the front because she also can tank for you. Okay, so Kula all in all, like I mentioned just now, she can tank, she can control, she can do damage. Okay, she can do a lot of things. So Kula, I would say, one of my top must-get fighters. Okay, but of course, some of you guys are thinking you want to get next kill. Okay, next kill, of course, is a very good fighter also. When he ultimates, it's a confirmed 2 fighter control. Okay, unless he hit another next kill. Okay, or he hits other fighters like Omega Rugal or Kula with gates unlocked. Okay, but of course that doesn't affect so fast for the global server because right now it's still early. So next kill early game is very good. So Kula and next kill, both of them are very good fighters. Okay, so I hope that my explanation of Kula is actually quite detailed for you guys to make a actually good decision. Okay, whether not to go for her. If I were you, I think she's a very good fighter to go for. Okay, if you are decide to go for next kill instead, okay, and not go for Kula, it's also okay because next kill to me is also equally very good. He can do a lot of damage, especially when he does critical, very high burst. Okay, but of course, he's not as tanky as Kula. Okay, next kill compared to Kula. But also then again, next kill can control 2 fighters, okay, at one time. So it's up to you guys, okay. But Kula is one of my top picks. Okay, if you want to spend your diamond on certain bosses, Kula is one of these fighters that you should go for. Okay, so hopefully, okay, I explained clear enough. Okay, just to touch on a bit. Okay, if you decide to put Kula on a female team, okay, make sure you're in your female team you have Shermay. Okay, because remember Shermane's ultimate, after she ultimates, okay, she has a chance to, she actually boosts your female fighter's attack. So Shermane ultimate first, after that Kula ultimates, you will see a very huge damage coming out from Kula. Okay, so hopefully I give you guys a lot of insight on Kula, okay, for this time boss introduction video. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.